So it's like 3:44 a.m. and I've been driving around Salt Lake since about 4 or 5 yesterday. And I just had an experience that just completely changed my whole life. I've had some really sacred experiences while driving and talking with people, and so I decided to pull an all-nighter, and I usually don't do that, but I felt good about it. And I was praying, and I picked up this girl, and I saw her. She was hugging someone, and then she took a while, and she came to my car and got in the back, and I asked her the basic questions that I start with, like, hi, did you have a good night? Like, where am I taking you? And she's like, I didn't have a good night. And I said, well, can I ask why? And she said, oh, it's just been a hard 24 hours. And I was like, I've had hard days too. And she's like, yeah, I've been talking with the cops for a while, and I'm just really, really tired, and I want to go home. So I kept on driving, and I felt like I felt prompted to ask her what had happened. And she said that she had been raped, and that her boyfriend had dumped her, and that she lost her job all within 24 hours. And I just didn't know what to say. I said I was sorry. And I drove her home, and I got out I parked at her house, and she was so shaken. She's just in shock. And I got out some expensive chocolate that I bought today at Harmon's, and I said, you want some chocolate? And she's like, yeah, I need some chocolate right now. And I gave it to her. And I said, can I get out of the car and give you a hug? And she said, yeah. So I got out of the car, and I went around, and I hugged her. And she started just shaking and crying, and she was just so heartbroken, and she just held on for dear life. And we were both sobbing, and I told her how I had been raped, and how I had hit rock bottom so many times, and how I found God in those moments, and that He knows exactly what she's going through. And I told her that angels are looking out for her, and that she is being tested in the furnace of affliction, and that she is one of the chosen ones. She's the strong one who elected to go through this. And I just held her for 10 minutes. And I was I was holding her, I felt like my own heart was being healed. I felt like everything I've been through has been completely worth it. Just to help one person. Everything I've been through has been worth it. And I knew that because of Jesus Christ, I could stand in for him and be that rock for her and let her know that everything was going to be okay. And I was strong enough. I was strong enough to hold her and not run away. I was strong enough to see her pain and wipe away her tears and testify to her of truth. And I feel like I've been prepared through everything I've been through being raped and tortured and homeless and jailed and persecuted and breaking my back and the divorce and being in 9 different mental hospitals. All of that has prepared me to truly connect with those who are going through something similar. It just made my whole life worth it. It was one of the most sacred experiences I've ever had. And if I have to drive for Uber and Lyft and make an average of $10 an hour and slave away and drive 15 hours a day and pull all-nighters and pick up drunk people and bleeding people and people who are, their lives are falling apart, if I have to do all that to find those few people who are hurting so bad, who I can help, my whole life is worth it. So if you've gone through something hard, know that it's not just to refine you, it's so that you can be there for other people. It's so that you can reach out. You went through whatever you went through for a purpose. The whole purpose of life is to be there for our brothers and sisters. And I know that's true. So, thanks everyone who's joining me at this crazy hour. And just pray for this girl. I gave her my number and I think we're going to be good friends. Don't be afraid of people who are going through hard things. They just need to be listened to. They need to be understood. And just love them. Just with all the capacity that you have, unconditionally love everybody. Everybody is going through something hard. It doesn't matter if it's a broken toe or their house burned down. That whole range, it is hard. It's hard to go through life. It's hard to experience life. It doesn't matter what you're going through. What you're going through on the inside is just as hard as what someone else is going through. Just unconditionally love people. Don't judge people. We're all imperfect. We're all in this together. We just need to realize it. Don't be afraid to be real. Don't be afraid to share. Don't be afraid to love.